Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am really thankful for the appreciation I have received on my first video tutorial on Power BI. Most of the participants really like it, but they want the transformation process need to be done in the Power BI. They want the source file need to be connected. So for that purpose, please comment on my video and I will provide and give me your email address so that I will provide you the source files for your working. So we will. I plan to do it in two parts. One, I will do the transformation process what we did in Power BI, and second, for the purpose for the people who are working in Excel and they want macros as well. So we do the same thing in macros. That how the transformation process would be done in Microsoft Excel as well. So you will have a complete control that where to use Power Query and where to use Microsoft Advanced Excel for macros because you cannot you have to use uh, screwdriver for in order to fix the screw, not the hammer. So we have to we should know how to utilize our tools accordingly and to get the maximum benefit from the available resources. Okay, so we will start our working on the presentation. Okay, the same procedure of Power Query here in Power BI. And if I go into the Power Query, the same option is the data transformation process. So I'm just giving you an idea that in Excel, you apply the same logics. Here in data, that you see the get data data and transformation, and you can get the data from the files. The same procedure we apply in Excel as well as in Microsoft Power BI. uh, those people who are working with me for the financial modeling, they are aware of it, but the people who are just joined it and they don't have any idea about it, they can follow through with me so that they can understand how to import the data. So for, one of the best thing about Power Query, that we can import data uh, from too many locations and in one go. The people who like in the financial modeling, that they were surprised that say that if you have more than 10 to 15 locations or branches, cities, whatever distinct characteristics, so if you want to import the files from one by one, it takes time, and then you have to transform the data together. So I'm just giving you a very good magic trick so that you can import all the information in one go. So let's get started. This is my information. I have data for 6 locations. Four locations, you say UK sales, India sales, KSA, and Pakistan sales. I kept it aside. And in consolidation file, this is the main file from which Power Query will fetch the information and transform the data. So I kept two files over here. First, I will work on the model. I will provide all this information into the Power BI as a model through Power Query. And then after that, we will give you the magic trick that you will get surprised at how it can be work around. So first thing first, now we have to copy the folder. There's a very strong now you can get the information from here. So this is very strong area of Power Query, that you can import information from 100 plus resources. We say that Excel, Power BI data sets, data flows, SQL servers, text and CSV files. Most of the people are working on the text and CSV file and Excel. They import the information. We will do web also in our subsequent seminars, that how we can import information from web. But here I'm not been able to find folder. So just I will click it this more button, and then it give me the list of sources from where I can import information. It takes a little bit time. We should have some patience for it. Okay, now it has, if you see, it has more than 100 sources you can import data. And good thing is that Power BI team is working on to improve it on monthly basis. There is every month we have a new update, and since last 6 months I have seen so many new options which are very good. So now we will this is the best thing about Power BI, that they are in on monthly basis they are updating their application. So this is the folder. I just click it over here, and it will ask me the location. So I will paste folder path which I have already. If you just understand, I my file is consolidated as I told you. I just click it over here and then just click it that one. It will highlight it. I highlight my uh, formation, and then I just click it over here, go to my Power BI, paste the past path, and then click OK. Now Power Query Editor open in my file, and it is asking that you have, as I told you, I have 6 files. Out of this, 2 are in the consolidated form, and China and US sales. So I say, okay, it is the best practice for in Power Query that you always transform data before uploading into this to your model, because you have to remove irrelevant informations. Your source file will remain intact. There's no changes you do. The transformation is done in the Power Query mode, but your source file will remain intact. So whatever we do, it will not affect our source file. We just combine and transform data. Okay, I will just give you the structure of my file, which I have already show you in my first webinar. We have this structure around 17, 12 columns, and they have 2 rows and headings. This is a little bit tricky because if I have normally the heading should be in 1 row. Okay, so I have to do it in 2 rows. No problem. I will transform that information like this. Okay, it should give me sales file. Apparently, as I show, this is the same file which is open up here. You see the order ID, customer ID, sales and order. Power Query has promote my first row as header, but second row it has it is reading it as a data. So I have to transform this as well. So I just go over here. It's processing queries. Now it's in the loading mode. Okay. Now Power Query Editor will open and we will do our transformation here like this. Okay. You see that source name is China says I just want that country. Okay. So we will do first transformation in consolidation file. Consolidation file. It is very important that we will go into the transform, and then there are these are the ribbons mostly we are aware of using in Microsoft Excel and Power, Microsoft Word, MS products, Microsoft products. So this is the ribbons. So this transform is very handy. I will just extract information. It has too many options available: length, first character, last character, range, before delimiter and after delimiters, and between this. So we will click text before delimiter because my first delimiter start after China and I need China. So this is the text before delimiter. My first delimiter is space. Okay, I will take it as a space and click OK. And you see automatically it has removed the irrelevant information from my file. That's good. Now we will go into the transforms file area where I told you that my heading is in 2 rows. I have to convert into 1 row. In Excel, we have a formula for concatenate. Here, we cannot apply the formula directly. So we have to work on the columns. Power BI, as I informed you earlier in my first webinar, and for the people who has used worked on my with me on financial modeling workshops, I told you that we can use in Excel concatenate, but in Power BI it works on the columns. There is no concept of rows. Rows is data. You cannot change anything here. I cannot delete it anything like this. So it is for the safety purposes. They want to make it, your model, like you don't make any mistakes. Say that someone make a delete, so you cannot delete anything. But if you select the column and then if you delete it, then it will go. So I just delete it for your information. Whatever steps I have taken, it is coming in here, applied steps. So I just say that I delete it, or then I remember, no, I by mistake I do it, so I can remove the, then it restore the information. So this is the step kind of macro, but it's very powerful because in macro you cannot, uh, in advanced level macro you can change it, but in normal person cannot edit macros. So here I make some mistake and then I reverse it in in a second. So now first thing first, promote header. I will remove my promote header because I don't want order only for my heading. I want order ID and customer ID as my heading. So I just demote it. Now you see my columns become column 1, 2, 3, 4, and my column, the like order and customer, become rows. Now Power Query is reading it as a row, but I don't need this one. In Excel, we have a very powerful function of transpose, which we use it. Transpose basically, for the uninitiated who doesn't know about the transpose, what we do, we try, if we have to convert rows into columns, we use transpose function. It has two logics. First, you can only transpose values, and then second option is that if you want to make it with the links. So in that we will do it in when we use tips and tricks for Excel. So right now it looks okay to me. I go to the transform, and there's a function of transpose. I just click it here. Now my columns will become my rows. If you see, it has become my rows. It's all the information. It's now become 1000 rows it is showing. Before that it was showing preview of 1000 columns. Here I just click it, these two, and in Excel we apply the formula for concatenate. Here we don't have to require, we just have to right click it here and then merge columns. You can merge as many columns as you require. So here my requirement is for 2 columns. I click it over here. I need a separator as a space, and use the name particulars, because in professional field we use description particulars too much. So it shows that I have merged. First, I transposed table and then merged column. So everything is recording. So if say that after a year or some time I go back and I just want to see my steps, it is already written over here. So I can see, okay, what steps I have taken. It is for my working purposes. Now I retranspose because I have to work in columnar form, not in the rows form. So I will click it on the transpose. For best practice, that if your columns are as limited, you don't have you should not have too many columns, because it will create some confusion. Number of rows, if you have millions of rows, you can work on it, so there is no issue with the rows. But columns, I suggest you to use uh, as little columns because your data should not be too much in the columnar form. It should be in the raw form because raw data is required. So here we go. Now we want to promote header order. So I just click it over here and use first row as a key. This is the table here on the corner. I just click it, use header first row, and now I have promoted header. I change type. This is separate thing. Now I need it as a text. Power BI has a very strong sense that what data is uploaded, they will detect. So I just click it over here and then detect data type. So say this is the date. The Power Query if shows this as a date. For order, I prefer it to change it to text again. Now, first column we have done. Second column is that salesperson. Normally, we don't use salutation like Miss, Mr., and Mrs. and the second name in our salesperson dashboard reports, because we don't require Mr. Robert Thomas XYZ. So we just require Mr. Only Robert, Julian, whatever it is. So I just click it over here and extract column And before that, we use in when we have country, we use before delimiter. Now we I need only the middle name. So middle name has it should be between. So we say text between delimiters, and then I need my delimiter is space. It may be anything, but apparently it shows space. So I click it over here, and then the first name came over here, and salutation, and the second uh, name has been removed automatically. This is the order date, ship date. Okay, I want to create, because I want to give you some calculations that we can do in the transformation stage. My raw data is remain intact. My source file, I'm not working on the source file. I am working on the Power Query mode as a transformation. So ship date, the how much time is required for from the placement of order to the shipment of that order. So I just click first ship date, which is the higher side, and then click order date. My my Power Query is very strong that they understand that which column I select first. Now I go into the add column. This is very powerful tool over here. Click date and subtract days, and then automatically it is a create a new column, and which gives me the uh, lat time. So I just give it a name of lat time. Seems okay to me. Click it over here at the right place. Okay, my management doesn't require say that I see how many priorities I have. My own management is concerned about the critical and high uh, issues and medium issues. They don't require low, because low is for the middle management need to be resolved. So high top management, we are making these reports for the board members, so they concern that what are the critical areas need to be addressed and for decision making. So this is a good thing that in my raw data I remove all the irrelevant information which is low in that case. Now it shows only medium, critical, and high. Low priority has been removed from my model. Region, I don't want to remove it. Now we will do some calculation in Excel. We calculate formulas is equal to, and then multiply the respective cells uh, in order to get a formula. So here, if I multiply my order quantity with unit sales price, it will give me gross sales. Okay, but I am also giving some discount as well, so I'm just factor in the discount factor in this, and then I just click it over here, and then go to the add column, standard, and just multiply it. I don't have to do anything. Power Query automatically write formula for me. If I agree with this, it looks okay to me. But in this formula, there is some error, because if you go into the raw number 23, if I have zero discount for the customer, then my grosses should not be zero, because he's not eligible for any discount. It means that I have to adjust my formula over here. Discount one minus. So I'm saying that if I have given any discount, then apply the discount percentage. Otherwise, if they are not eligible for any discount, I will take 100% from them. And now if you see raw number 23, which has a zero discount, the formula, the value is 714. If I multiply it, uh, unit sales price with the quantity, it will come 576. Raw number 23, 71,424. Okay, I am giving it a name of gross sales. These formulations I have done over here. Okay, uh, shipping amount. I'm just giving another formula that you can add or subtract. So here we are subtracting it. I select gross sales and then shipping amount, and then go to my standard and then subtract. It automatically make the formula for me subtraction, because if I'm going to write the formula, then it takes too much time and I may make a mistakes. But here you see the Power Query is so strong that it write the formula for me automatically. So I give it the name of net sales. Perfect. Okay. Now, another powerful function of Power Query, which I want you to show, that is that my data if my data is capturing some information not in the desired manner, like ship mode and container should be separate columns, they should not be concatenate. So in Excel, we apply delimiter option there. In Power Query, it's very strong function over here. If you go into the transform and just split columns, it has too many options. You can see here I will apply delimiter or position, whatever, but for me delimiter is perfect for here. And then it doesn't have any space, it has hyphen. So I just go to the custom, and whatever is the delimiter, if it is hyphen, comma, whatever it is, you can put it here. I take each occurrence of the delimiter and then click it. Automatically it is split by column, so I don't have to apply it. So it, you see, the some of the things are very powerful than Excel. I just select columns and then I apply the formula, and then I can split columns if to my desired requirement automatically. In Excel, you have to go into the data and delimiter. Here you don't have to require it. I just change the names of this. You see all things which I am doing automatically is reflecting over here, that what steps I have taken. If I made some mistake, I can remove, I can go back and then return it. Just I have to make click on it. Uh, I just want to give you another idea that we can make formula also. So just try one formula for you. It was not in my plan, but it's good that it just came to my mind. Say that cost of goods sold. Uh, we have some logic that unit price, say that my cost of cost per unit is around, say that 60 or 70% of the sales unit price. After that, I apply the discount and then shipping costs. So this is a different scenario altogether. I just apply it unit sales price. I'm this is just a formula, okay? And then multiply it by, say that 60%, 65%, 0.065, and then apply this. Okay, this gives me my cost. Okay, this just to give you an idea that you can apply the cost. Now I just have to select the data, say that column, this, and do for my rounding function. So you can apply rounding where required. Gross sales, net sales should be in rounding function. You can select it and do it, if whatever it is. Okay, so far we have made transformation, split column, extraction from the irrelevant information. Now my data is okay. I will go into the consolidated form, and then it is asking me that I have to make some changes. I don't want my changes, so I just click it over here. When I click it, automatically this step, see, my data has come automatically here. Whatever information I did, it is giving me full. Now, when I put it in the consolidated from transformation, you see it was date order. But when we converted, Power Query reading it as a numeric value. So what I need to do, I will click Control A, it select all. And as I told you, we have a powerful function of detect data type. I just detect data type, and then automatically Power Query has taken it as an calendar. You see, this is a calendar. Before that, it was showing it as a numerical character. Okay, that makes good to me. Go to Home tab and then close and apply filter. We are almost done, and the magic trick it's coming to you. You see, the when I apply the query, the fields or automatically the file which I worked, the transformation file will come here as a fields. I click it over here, my consolidation table has come. Now the magic trick. As I told you, I work on this model for 2 countries. If you see how many rows I have around, I have to select this one. It shows me 3,165 rows. Okay. Now the magic happen. We will go over here. These two files go here. I have four remaining files available which say that received today. I just copy it and take it, because my Power Query, as I uh, told you before also, that reading consolidation file. I just paste it over here, four files. If you remember, my heading, my rows were 3165. Now I just go into the home tab and refresh it. See, the number of rows has been increased from 3165 to somewhere around 7,000 or 8,000 rows, whatever it is. You can work on millions of rows. You see, it shows the distinct character, which our column I have selected. It is giving me now 6,771 rows, and it is giving me distinct characters. If I select anyone, it gives me distinct, say that how many criteria I have: medium, high, and critical. I already remove low criteria. How many regions distinct? It is showing me four. So this, just like Excel, it is giving me the information on the bottom, that how many, sum, minimum, maximum. Here in Power Query it is giving us like this. So I hope you enjoyed it. Whatever transformation you do, just make your model properly. Your column should be same, and then you can upload as many files as possible, and then you will see the magic. So I hope you like it. And then my next video, I will prepare it on macro, because people are asking for the macro as well and for this transformation. I hope this transformation has been completed for you, and you people get understand that how to use the transformation. So thanks for your time. What I would suggest you people to please comment on my YouTube channel for better reach, so that and if you require, and if you have any query, if you require the source file, just put your email address over there. I will reply to you within 48 hours my source file. And if you have any query, you can talk to me directly. I'm on LinkedIn as well, so you can connect me at any given point in time. Thank you very much for your time, and stay tuned. Thank you.